Welcome to Still Havens. My name's Logan. In this fingerstyle guitar lesson, I'm going to show you how to build a song. We're going to do it together actually. So let's jump into it and get started. So we're over this open A minor chord. The first thing we want to do is establish our bass line, and our thumb is going to be taking care of that, the entire piece. So our thumb is going to be playing any notes that occur on the low E, the A, and the D strings. So this is the first thing we have to do. Next, we move to a C over G. And notice with this, you just have to lift your third finger and move it to the third fret of the low E string. And here's our bass line for that. And by the way, we want to use a light palm mute on these thicker strings, really just the E, A, and D strings. And you could just rest the fleshy part of the heel of your palm kind of around the bridge, just on the strings, so on the thicker strings, so it makes just a little palm mute. So far we have this. Next we're moving into this F chord, and we need our thumb to grab that first fret of the low E. If you're new to this, just do your best for now. Keep practicing it. It will come through more clearly with time. And with this shape here, our bass notes are as followed. And then we move to this E7 chord and play these two bass notes. So we're back at the A minor. We started off the same way. Now we're going to move to this G6 add 2 chord. And to do this, we just want to take our pinky and we're going to put it on the third fret of the low E string. And keep the rest of that A minor chord down, and just you could lift your first finger off. And from here, here's our bass line. Then we're moving into this D minor 7 over F chord. For this, again, you want to use your thumb on that first fret of the low E string. And here's our bass notes over that chord. And finally, we move just into a regular open E chord and our bass notes for that. So if we put that all together, we end up with this. We're on to step 2. Let's add in some melody notes to make things a little more interesting. We're going to remember that our bass line is going to stay the same. And what we're going to do here on this A minor chord, we're going to pluck the first fret of the B string with our middle finger, along with plucking that open A string like we were doing for our bass line. Now I'm going to play through the rest of this slowly, and you could see the new melody notes that we added in. So check this out. So we've added the melody notes in now, and notice how that pattern really stays the same from measure to measure. All right, we're on to step 3. So we're going to add just one melody note in each measure and place it on the and of beat 2 in each measure. This is going to give us kind of that offbeat syncopated feel. So on that A minor, for example, 1 and 2 and that first fret of the B string, that's that note we're adding in that spot to get more of that syncopated feel. And we're going to continue to do this in each of the following measures. So let me play through this for you. So after we make it to the second measure and we're on that F chord, what we're going to do when we get to the and of beat 2 is put our pinky down on the third fret of the B string, just like this. And you're going to hold that and let it ring out. And then the rest of your fingers are going to move up to complete this E7 chord and play the rest of the measure. And after that, we're back to that A minor again. This is why we needed to use our pinky to catch this bass note. Once we move from this A minor, we move into that G6 add 2 chord. From here, we're almost home. We've got that D minor 7 over F. And from here, we're adding in this high E on the and of beat 2. And then we're moving into that open E chord, just like this. Now remember to practice this slowly and gradually build up your speed over time. Take it piece by piece and add in the harder parts as you progress. And as always, keep on picking.